So, what if I told you there's another you out there? And I don't just mean someone who looks a little like you. I mean an identical copy, living a life that was exactly parallel to yours, right up until this very second. That's the wild idea at the heart of the multiverse, and we're about to dive in and see just how real it might actually be. I want you to really think about that for a second. Imagine a person, a perfect duplicate of you in every single way, living on another planet that's also called Earth. They have lived your exact same life, made every same choice, until just now. At this moment, you chose to watch this explainer. They chose to do something else. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? Well, you might be surprised to find out that this isn't just a story. It's a direct prediction from our best, most tested models of the cosmos. Okay, so to get our heads around this, we're going to climb what's basically a ladder of weirdness. We'll start on the most solid, grounded rung and work our way up to the truly mind-bending stuff. We'll look at infinite lookalikes, then different cosmic bubbles, reality-splitting quantum mechanics, and finally, we'll ask if reality itself is just math. Let's get into it. Right, so first things first. This idea of having a cosmic twin, it isn't just some fun thought experiment philosophers kick around. No, it's a direct consequence of our leading scientific theory of the universe. You know, the one that perfectly lines up with every single piece of evidence we've ever observed. The framework for this whole journey comes from the brilliant physicist Max Tegmark. He came up with this amazing way to organize parallel universes into a 4-level hierarchy. Each level gets progressively weirder and more different from our own world. This structure is going to be our map as we explore this incredible topic. Okay, let's take our first step onto the ladder, the Level I Multiverse. Now, this version is cool because it doesn't require any wild new physics. In fact, it's the most straightforward and, frankly, the least controversial consequence of what we can already see out there in the cosmos. To really get Level I, you first have to understand our own limits. You see, the farthest we can possibly see into space is the distance light has had time to travel since the Big Bang. This giant sphere of visibility around us is called our Hubble volume. But here's the key thing to remember. There is absolutely no reason to think that space just stops right at the edge of where we can see. The logic here is actually super simple, and it's based on two things we've observed to be true. One, space is, for all intents and purposes, infinite. And two, on the grandest scales, matter is spread out pretty evenly. So if you've got an infinite amount of space, but only a finite number of ways you can arrange particles, then eventually any given arrangement has to repeat. That includes the specific arrangement of particles that makes up you, me, and everything in our world. It's not a question of if it repeats, just where. So what you end up with is this vast, infinite cosmic quilt, and our entire observable universe is just one single patch. Way out there, far beyond our cosmic horizon, are other Hubble volumes, an endless sea of them. Now, some are going to be completely different from ours, but given an infinite number of patches, some are bound to be identical, and in those, there's another you. So, how far away is your nearest twin? Well, the numbers are just staggering. A rough calculation puts your nearest identical copy about 10 to the power of 10 to the 29 meters away. That is a 1 followed by more zeros than there are atoms in your own body. It's a number so huge it barely even means anything to our brains, but it's not infinite.